5 days. That's all the time the world had to pre-order the biggest game ever made. 5 days. And it was enough to make a multi-billion-dollar company use a word it has never used before. On August 7th, a boring quarterly earnings call, spreadsheets, analysts, numbers, accidentally confirmed the most important thing we've learned about Grand Theft Auto 6 all year. And almost nobody is telling you what it actually means. So let's break down exactly what got confirmed and why August 27th is now circled in red. Here's what you need to understand. Every quarter, Take-Two Interactive, the company that owns Rockstar Games, has to open its books, legally, publicly, to the entire stock market. No trailers, no marketing, no spin, just cold, audited money. And this call was different before it even started. Take-Two moved it to a Friday, something it had basically never done, and the entire gaming world knew why. For the first time ever, this report would contain real pre-order data for GTA 6. Not a rumor from a leaker, not a number someone made up on Twitter. The first hard financial proof of how much the planet actually wants this game. And when the number landed, even the CEO couldn't stay corporate about it. The headline figure, $1.39 billion in net bookings for the quarter. Now, one honest note, because it matters, that's not profit. On paper, the company still ran a small loss this quarter. Net bookings is the games industry number for how much money players actually committed. And $1.39 billion beat what Wall Street expected. But that's not the part that stunned people. Buried in that report was GTA 6, and only 5 days of it, because pre-orders had opened on June 25th, and the quarter closed on the 30th. 5 days of pre-orders. And here's the exact word the CEO, Strauss Zelnick, used to describe them. Unprecedented and astonishing. Executives don't talk like that in earnings calls, unless they're looking at a number they've never seen before. So how big is unprecedented? Independent analysts at Newzoo put a figure on those opening days. An estimated $260 million in pre-orders globally in that first window alone. Let that sink in. $250 million before anyone has played a single second for a game that doesn't come out until November. This is the strongest opening for pre-orders that the analysts say they've ever recorded for any game, ever. And remember, this isn't hype from a fan account. This is a public company reporting to the stock market, legally required to tell the truth. The demand is no longer a theory, it's on a balance sheet. But the money wasn't even the biggest thing they confirmed on that call. Because on that same day, Take-Two confirmed the date everyone had been chasing, August 27th. That is when Grand Theft Auto 6, an extended look, goes live, and it is not premiering the way trailers usually do. It's premiering on Netflix. Rockstar and Netflix are calling it a first-of-its-kind partnership. The extended look drops on Netflix first at 12 in the afternoon, Pacific time, and then arrives on Rockstar's own YouTube channel 6 hours later. And reports point to a runtime of around 20 minutes. 20 minutes? Think about what that means. The first 2 GTA 6 trailers combined weren't close to that. This isn't a teaser. This is a proper extended look at the game itself. And the choice of Netflix, that's not random. That's a strategy. And it tells you exactly how big they think this is. So step back and look at the whole machine. In one single day, Take-Two did 2 things at once. 1, they proved the demand is real with hard money in front of investors. 2, they lit the fuse on the biggest reveal since the game was announced and pointed it at a streaming service with hundreds of millions of subscribers. That's not a coincidence. That's sequencing. First, you prove the hunger, then you feed it on the biggest possible stage, right in the runway to launch. Rockstar doesn't need Netflix to reach gamers. Gamers will find that trailer within seconds. Netflix is how you reach everyone else. The people who don't follow gaming news, who've never pre-ordered a game in their life, and turn a game launch into a cultural event, which is exactly why August 27th matters more than the number ever did. Here's the countdown that actually matters now. August 27th, the extended look, around 20 minutes of it. And to understand why that number is so huge, you have to understand what 20 minutes of Rockstar footage can actually hold. Because Rockstar has never in the modern era handed the public 20 uninterrupted minutes of a game before launch. So what fills it? Expect your first real look at Leonida, Rockstar's take on modern Florida, and Vice City, reborn with technology that didn't exist the last time we walked those streets. Expect Jason and Lucia, the first playable couple in the series' history, and a real sense of how their story actually plays out. Expect the systems Rockstar has stayed silent on for years, how the world reacts to you, how the missions flow, how alive that map really is. And if it genuinely runs 20 minutes, expect gameplay. Not just cinematic teasing, but the actual thing, moment to moment. Now, Anasa, a lot of that is expectation, not a promise. Rockstar keeps its cards close to its chest. But that is exactly the point. For the first time on the 27th, they are finally going to show their hand. Then everything after that is the runway to November 19th, launch day. So this is the window. Right now, between a record-breaking earnings call and a Netflix world premiere, is the moment GTA 6 stops being a promise and starts becoming inevitable. The pre-orders proved people will pay. The Netflix deal proves Rockstar is going to make sure the whole world is watching when they do. And that changes what this moment means for you. Because here's the takeaway. For 2 years, GTA 6 has run on hype. Leaks, guesses, screenshots, hope. As of August 7th, that era is over. The demand is confirmed in dollars. The reveal is confirmed with a date. And the launch is locked to November 19. Whatever you've been waiting for, building around, or betting on with this game, it is no longer a gamble. The most valuable entertainment company on Earth just told its own investors the same thing you already felt. This is the biggest launch of the decade, and it's already happening. So mark the date. August 27th, Netflix. 20 minutes that the entire internet will be watching at the same time. If this breakdown got you locked in, subscribe. Because when that extended look drops, we are going frame by frame through every second of it. I'll see you on the 27th.